All right. Angle of elevation. What does angle of elevation mean again?
Oh,
It goes up. So you start at the horizon line at the bottom and you go up. You got your angle of elevation. Angle of depression, on the other hand, starts at the top horizon line and goes down. But it winds up being outside the triangle. In order to get it inside the triangle, we need to realize we've got a parallel line, top and bottom. What kind of angles are these?
Alternate interior.
So if that's alternate interior, that means that bottom one is going to match the top one. So we're going to always put elevation and depression in that bottom corner down there. Every single time, elevation and depression will wind up in the bottom corner. If it says solve for an angle, we're going to have to do the inverse ratio for the trig function. So here I'll do second sine, type in the fraction. What was that answer?
39.3.
There's your angle. Here I will do inverse cosine of 16 over 27.
53.7.
How much?
53.7.
All right. Here I'm going to go inverse tangent.
30.3.
And so on. Inverse sine of 22 over 31. Y'all.
45.2.
Inverse cosine.
61.4.
4.
Yeah.
And then inverse tangent.
59.5.
All right. And if we look at something like sine of theta is 22 over 17, what happens?
Error.
That's going to be error because why?
Big numbers on top.
You're supposed to have opposite over hypotenuse. We should have the big number on the bottom for sine or cosine. If you ever do that, it's not going to work. All right. Where do we always put angle of elevation?
In the corner.
So I'm going to take that 33 and put it in that bottom corner. That's automatic. It says he knows he is 57 feet from where he is to the base of the tree. Base always goes on the bottom. If it says base, put it in the bottom. How tall is the tree? 90% of the time, if it says how tall, we're going on that height on the side. Set up the equation. Well, there's the opposite side there. There's the adjacent side there. So tangent 33 would be x over 57. Numbers in the bottom, I'm going to cross multiply. What we got?
37.
All right. So the height will be 37. All right, next one. A 25-foot ladder leans against the building. That's going to be my hypotenuse because it's leaning against it.
The 42 would go right there.
All right. Makes a 42-degree angle with the building. So where's my angle going to go?
Right there. The top.
It's got to go up here.
Remember you guys did the grade?
All right. So if it says something about makes an angle with the building or something like that, that's the one time that it can go in that top corner. Notice, does this say elevation or depression?
No.
If it doesn't say that, then you have a possibility of it being up there. Am I saying it's always going to be up there? No. I could change one word and this angle would go down here. If I said, let's see.
Oh, wait.
Makes a 42-degree angle with the ground. If I put the ground right there, well, now it goes at the bottom. So make sure you read it and put it where it says. All right. How far is the ladder from the base of the building?
X is going to go on the bottom.
Base is bottom. All right. So I would say in this case, I'm looking at opposite side, hypotenuse.
That'd be sine.
So I'm going to say sine of 42, x over 25,
16.
multiply 25 sine 42, 16.
16.7.
So anytime we're doing the sides and stuff, we're going to do the one decimal place. All right. An observer is in the tower. So that means the observer is up here. Sees his friend. Well, the friend's got to be down here. Angle of depression is 29. So where does that 29 going to go?
Below.
It starts right there, but I'm going to put it in the triangle down there.
Because it's the same thing.
Because of what rule? Alternate interior. All right. So I've got my angle. It says how far is it from the observer to his friend? Well, we just said the observer's up top and his friend is down there.
It says he's 185 feet away from the base.
Base
It's the bottom.
is the bottom. Well, if I look at that right there,
That's correspondent and
that would be cosine.
cosine 29, 185 over X.
If I see x in the bottom,
Then you divide
I'm dividing 185 by cosine 29.
and you get 211.5.
Does that answer make sense? Well, we're trying to find the hypotenuse. Hypotenuse has to be bigger than the
It's always
side.
This might be used in like, somebody want to build bridges and stuff.
Exactly. I mean, all of this stuff could be used in
Future.
You want-
any kind of building. If you're doing any kind of building
You wanna put
or
a
planning or stuff like
slant on the
that,
roof
you can
or
use
something?
this. All right, the last one I want to look at. A man looks at the top of a billboard that he knows is 50 feet tall.
So that's
That goes on the
that's-
left.
that's-
That's the side over here because it's talking about how tall it is.
But he's third away from the base.
He is 32 feet away from the base. Well, I know base has to go at the bottom.
Yeah.
What is the angle of elevation? So
That
I'm going to put in the little theta. If you want to put in an x, put in the x. I don't care if that bothers you. Whatever. All right.
that's gonna be tangent.
So what you do is realize what rule is it? Tangent. So I'm going to do tangent of inverse tangent of 50 over 32 is my theta. Make sure you do the inverse.
It'd be 57.4.
All right, so all you're going to do, and really you could set it up this tangent of theta equals 50 over 32. I would take either one of these right here. All right. Are there any questions on the word problem stuff?